Well, welcome back everyone. Beautiful morning, a little bit cool right at the moment. Birds are doing their thing. They're all over the place this morning. We've got the juncos, we've got the robins, we've got the pine siskins, we've got the nuthatches. They're all active this morning around the house. Kind of beautiful to watch. So yeah, I guess a year of plenty. Lots of moths lately and other bugs that I guess are emerging during this midsummer day. And yeah, we're almost halfway through summer, I guess, eh? Well, a third of it anyway. Yeah, so they're active today, making sure that they get enough to eat. And on our plate today is going to be taking care of the south side of the shop renovation. So we plugged away a little bit at that in the evenings throughout the week. Got a few other things done, but we've got the planters placed, and we're going to tweak them a little bit to make sure that they look okay. There's been some discussion as to where they have to be placed and what would look best, so we're going to finish that off today, get them in, and then do some landscaping around them, get the dirt leveled off and moved around, and I got a bit more to take down from the pile up on top of the hill. But yeah, yesterday we had a neighbor drop by at the end of the day and said that she saw a bear go onto our property. We have not seen it yet, but yeah, that's always a possibility around here, bear and other predators. So we're going to take precautions today. We have bear spray in our pocket, or at least within arm's reach, and we have other deterrents as well in the garage ready if it gets to that point, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Just have to deal with these things as they come. But having said that, we do have bees, and you know the old adage, where there's bees, there's bears. And we're going to go up and take a look to make sure that they made it through the night. Last night they were still okay, and but you never know what happens through the night. They might have, bear might have had a little snack, or you know, torn the hive apart. But that's going to be our first order of business, and then we'll get to the south side of the shop landscaping project. So glad you could join us. Hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this is where we think the 3 planters have to be placed. It's always a bit of a challenge on a hillside and a bit of a triangle, and so we've decided that instead of having them all at the same level, we're going to stagger them and put them approximately halfway into the triangle, more or less. So we've dug primary holes, we've kind of got them in place. They are evenly spaced. We've decided to line this one up more or less with the end of the shop, and that has to be tweaked a little bit, leveled off, and then the dirt filled in around it. Originally we were going to stick it up at top and then have all 3 at the same level, at the same height, but after some thought we thought that didn't look right. And then the second one is just going to be in the center of the 2, and again the third one we've kind of lined up with the middle of the building. Now I say middle, but it's a little bit offset from the middle. This little triangle did not lend itself to having any planters, so we have other plans for that, with maybe a sign for the business or that sort of thing. But yeah, we still haven't decided what we're going to put in the planters, but that's not a priority at the moment. Getting them in place and then finishing off the drainage ditch is. We did have a rainstorm this week, and the water made it to right there. So we know that at least the first half is running correctly, but it had to stop because I had to fill in the ditch for the tractor. So yeah, that's our priority for today. Looks like a beautiful day for that. And but first, the bees. Okay, looks like the bees made it through the night. They seem to be safe and sound, but I do think we have to put up some protection for them from the predators that are around here. I don't think the deer would bother, but bears. And so the reason I located the beehive in the trees here is that I could easily just tack some fencing to the trees. That was the idea at any rate. Don't know how effective that would be. I mean, if a bear is hungry enough, I'm sure it would find a way in. But yeah, I guess that was one of the reasonings for putting it here. The bees aren't very active right at the moment. A bit cool yet this morning. So I'm sure once it warms up, we'll see some more activity. Yeah, maybe that's something we'll do today too, is to get out here and open up the beehive, make sure everything's okay, see what progress they've made over the past 3 or 4 weeks, Okay, we're going to head on down to the south side landscaping project and start finishing off those planters. Okay, well, the plan is we're going to take this first one, that's the very left-hand one. We're going to square it up with the building, at least as much as possible. We'll level this one off. It's a two-person job, unfortunately. Can't do that by myself. Well, I guess I could, but it's easier with two. They're going to go to the far one, do the same thing, and then we'll come back to the third one and then place it where it has to be. But I think it would look best, instead of them all lining up face to face, or at least the faces all lined up, that we square it to the building. It'll make landscaping the top half a little bit easier. And yeah, the whole idea is to just give this hill a little bit of structure. We're going to seed this section of it, and then to the left, I believe, because when you seed something you also have to mow it eventually, this we're going to think of doing something else, maybe some ground cover that doesn't have to be touched as often. And we're going to put a business sign up here. I think we've decided that, and how we're going to do that, I guess, is subject for a different video. But yeah, we're going to start on this one, level it off. I think it's almost in the right spot, and then we'll get to the other ones. Okay, well, the three planters are leveled as much as possible. Yeah, you know, you try and make it aesthetically pleasing and tweak it left, tweak it right, but in the end, I think it looks pretty good. If it was a kitchen cabinet, I might be a little bit fussier, but we've got them lined with landscape fabric, the bear spray within arm's reach. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to the compost pile with the tractor and go get a fill of compost to put on the bottom, and then go get the rest of the dirt from on top of the hill and start leveling all. Well, heat of the day. We're going to stop this part of the project, but we got a fair amount done today. We've got all the dirt from the top of the hill here, and we did a bit of sculpting, a little bit of grading. Planters are in place, and yeah, starting to look pretty good, but I think I'm changing my mind about seeding this in grass. It's going to be a bit challenging to mow, I think. But yeah, we're starting a little bit more of a drainage ditch here. This is going to be a bit of a dry riverbed, and again, out of resources we don't have to buy, which would be rocks. And Mrs. From the Woods is going to continue that dry riverbed, which she started on the hillside, which is the exit of the downspout from the shop, and then she's going to put landscape fabric in that little bit of a ditch and then fill it with rock, and then it should end up here in the ditch. So we've got that dug out again too. Not a final definition of what it's going to look like, but it's starting to look better.
Got your butt.
Okay, well, temporary fencing up. Nothing fancy. Just a length of animal fencing stapled to the trees around the hive. I think it kind of confuses the bees a little bit. They gotta work their way around a barrier. They'll figure it out. Oh yeah, there they go. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that if a hungry bear really wanted to get at it, he'd find some way, climb over, tear down the fence. But maybe it's enough of a deterrent to keep them out. At least we've done some preventative maintenance at any rate. Okay, on to the next project. All right, well, got a fair amount done today. We got a fair amount done on the south side of the shop landscaping project. We got the planters in place, got them filled with a bit of compost, some organic material and dirt. We brought the rest of the dirt pile up here, and that is now all gone. We're going to have to do a little bit of raking and maybe throw some grass seed down, but letting that recover. Oh, look at this. We have baby deer running across here, Evelyn. Okay, well, after that little interruption, it's kind of neat to see the little baby deer run across here. Don't know where the mother would be. Maybe it's been separated. And yesterday they were still together. So the mother's got to be around here somewhere. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, we got a fair amount done. Mrs. From the Woods is just spending a bit of time here in the garden, getting a little bit of watering done. Yeah, that's another challenge that we have to think about this summer, is that when it gets hot, the garden needs watering, and we really don't have a way to get water up here very efficiently other than the 1 horsepower pump and going from the big tank that leaks. And so yeah, we've got maybe that to think about. At any rate, it's been a good day, and as always, we're glad that you could join us and come along, see what we're doing around here. And yeah, we would really appreciate it if you were to subscribe and like and share and hit the bell icon. And yeah, I think I'm going to finish out the day mowing. And we're going to give that field where we're doing the fencing a quick mow. Nobody's coming over, so it's just going to be a get-her-done type of mow. Last week it was left too long and it was very difficult to mow. So yeah, we're going to do that for the rest of the day, and then just hang out, enjoy the nice weather. But thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, another successful experiment. We filled the water barrels from the big tank down there by the shop, and we thought we would put a sprinkler on the hose, seeing as it seems to have lots of pressure, and it does. So we're getting smarter every day. and learning things as we go. But it seems to work pretty good. Lots of pressure on the sprinkler. This will make short work of watering the garden on those hot days. Now all we got to do is make sure that we've got a supply of water.